All right. Like to plug another one of our sponsors, Super Meat Boy Forever, the sequel to the indie mega hit Super Meat Boy by Team Meat, coming in 2018 for Steam, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One as well. The first Super Meat Boy comes to the Switch on the 11th here as well, with an all-new competitive race mode. For updates, check them out on Twitter at Super Meat Boy and their website, supermeatboy.com. Really fun platformer game. I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel myself. I'd also like to plug some of our prizes we have available. If you donate $30, you are eligible to win an AGDQ 2018 sketchbook by LLK. That's pretty sweet. If you donate $150 over the course of the marathon, so those donations can be spread out, you will be entered to win our 8th generation console bundle. And any $50 donation will be entered to win an Owls AGDQ banner. That's pretty sweet. Um, We've also got a $10 donation from Kitty. It says, Battle Block Theater took my girlfriend, and I weeks of fun to get through. Seeing it done in less than 2 hours is mind-blowing. Another sponsor we have here is Tokyo Attack. They specialize in bringing rare import Japanese games to things like conventions and various other events all across the country. They've got some great titles such as You Beat, My, Project Diva Future Tone, and much, much more. They host America's largest collection of independently owned import arcade cabinets. They've got over 70 cabinets, and they're sponsoring our arcade here at the AGDQ event itself. They go to 36 events a year, and you can check them out at tokyoattack.net. I've been Twinge, and we're switching up the host here. We got Rogue Link coming up. So thanks for staying tuned to Awesome Games Done Quick, raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rogue Link. Good morning. For some Environmental Station Alpha coming up here in a little bit. Sarah has a donation. Thanks for the games. I know it's super late here, but here in New Zealand, it's only 10 p.m. Thanks for playing and keeping us entertained. We have a donation from Cbug25. Here, have more money. I see Omar's owner is in the chat. He would want us all the pets right now. We also have a lot of incentives coming up. The Aladdin 100% run still has about $700 left until that's met. And reverse boss order for Donkey Kong Country 1 is only about halfway, so we need to get in some donations towards those incentives. We have a $30 donation from Hugh. Hey AGDQ, good evening from Australia. I love Battle Block Theater, and watching you guys break this thing is keeping me sane during these 40 degrees Celsius nights. That's 104 degrees Fahrenheit for you lot on the other side of the world. Thanks for everything you and the rest of the AGDQ crew have been working for. Keep it up. All right, and we've got R3DninjaJosh with some Environmental Station Alpha. Woo! Woo! Let's get some hype.
All right, so this is an awesome indie game on Steam, very inexpensive, Metroid-style game. You'll see a lot of backtracking, but a lot of also cool things are going to happen. So we're going to get this on the road. On my couch, I have DCX, I have Headerizer, I have Le Hulk, and then I have Cure hiding off to the side, and then... So, I'm going to get this going, erase my practice save. And then I'm ready for a countdown, so. right. So the first thing we're going to try to see here is going to be a text box storage, which hopefully I'll carry over. And if I don't get it, you'll see it pretty much right after. All right, so we got it. So what you do is you mash the map button when text is going to come up at the same frame, and then you get this. It helps us initiate switches across rooms just because we're lazy. So I have to find the right text box here, which is the last one. It's going to be after this. And I'm going to jump in here, and you're going to see a switch over the side that I should get, but we're going to avoid that and just initiate the boss.
Nice 2-cycle.
And that should be a 2-cycle. It's usually 3 or 4, so pretty good that didn't happen. All right, so that text storage, you're going to see that being used pretty frequently throughout the run. Not as often as I'd like to, but what's coming up here is another one. It freezes certain enemies on the screen, so it allows you to get by them, but that's really not the point that we use it. We use it just so we can trigger scenes and lock some doors open, which you'll see later. Shout outs to Magalore and Puppet Master for helping me out with this run, because apparently I got into speedrunning this game 2 years late, so I was really appreciative that they still have such a love for this game to where they really were excited to show me the game. And obviously, Himpuli, the designer of the game, really amazing individual. So you're going to see this game's really retro style. Music's pretty amazing too. It's just a good vibe all around.
So how did you do the storage with that computer?
So the storage with that computer is, I went up to the console to initiate a text, and that console has 2 text boxes, and you need something with more than just one text box to initiate it, because you have to exit out of the map to keep the text storage. So I went up to the console and activated it and opened the map at the same frame, and I was able to exit out of the map with another box to go activate that console. So here we're on our way to get double jump, and we're gonna do a nice little deboost here. Hopefully it works first try, and it did.
Nice.
So spoilers, this is late game stuff and secret stuff. You shouldn't know what to do there, so just ignore what you just saw and avoid this screen altogether. There's a secret key there. Once again, we don't need that because we just use that to get to the double jump quicker. It's interesting the way that the secret area works, because you have that entrance and exit, but you can't get back in unless you go through the entrance. Double jump boots. So now when you see I'll leave this screen, I won't be in that dark area with the key anymore. I will be in a completely different area, the area that I should be, that's tied next to the screen. These guys are RNG. They can come out of any hole and pop you down to the bottom, which sucks. It's a nice climb back up. I apologize for people watching the camera. I play with my mouth open. It's very rude and unattractive. Alright, so all these screens, as you can see right here, would be what we would usually have to go to get the double jump. But since we use that secret passage, we could just skip all those screens, so we don't have to worry about so many, obviously, screens. Here's a nice, this is a big sequence break right here. We're going to be getting something called V-dash much earlier than we usually do. This climb is kind of annoying. This requires a lot of deboosting, which I just messed up, so we're going to reset the screen. It works. So we're going to do that same exact thing right here again, and then another time. Oh, wrong direction. That fish is getting pretty far. This is not good. Okay. This is...
Nice recovery.
Yeah, I just made that up right now, actually.
At least you didn't have to reset the room.
I need to get to that door. Yes! Okay, if I didn't get that, he was just going to be on constant loop. I have to reset. DCX saw that earlier because he did it. Alright, so V-dash. It allows us pretty much a triple jump with that. We can go up or down with it. I will be using it to just increase vertical speed because that's really all it's used for. And it also gives you iframes, so you're able to dash through certain enemies. Not like that though. So now, since we have V-dash, we're going to make our way to another item, which is the Grapple Hook. Grapple Hook's pretty important. Allows us to get to some areas that we're not usually allowed to get to, just like Metroid games. But with this one, grapple increases forward momentum, so you'll see me grapple a lot during this, in really small, weird areas. It's pretty neat. We have some donations, time for donations too.
Sure. We have a $25 donation from Yates. Massive thanks to the AGDQ staff and runners for the work they put in for this event. My dad was the one who got me into gaming when I was a kid, and he was recently diagnosed with terminal cancer. The fact that screening caught it early allows us to enjoy the time we have left together.
So this game, if you can't tell, has just an amazing soundtrack. It is just so good, rocks the bass tones. We should have a special suit to go through here so we don't get damaged. We don't need that. So we're just gonna go through here. And coming up is gonna be our second boss. He is an RNG nightmare. So that's always fun because you'd love to hear that in a run.
Gives you plenty of opportunity to reset.
Well, that's the nice thing about this game is that if you need to ever reset, those save spots are very friendly and they're all over the place. Obviously, during a speed run, if you want to go fast, you don't want to have that happen, but it's a really nice thing for introducing somebody to speedrunning this game. It's very, very forgiving in that sense. All right, here we go. So RNG is going to be either he's going to swing around really slow, like this, which I can't hit anyway. That's the fast one. All right, that was pretty good. All right, so another RNG thing is there's two consoles. They switch back and forth. I got good RNG because you want the first console to end on that side because it means it'll start on that side, it'll end on that side, and that's the way we want to go. Getting bodied here, but it's fine. The boss music's also amazing. Oh, let's just V-dash into him.
Just wanted to clutch it out, right?
I guess. Not really, but... Alright, so now we have a really awesome weapon. You're going to see movement get really weird after this. First grapple failed. This is a nice little grapple tutorial, which I also just failed.
Just means you'll get the rest of them.
Is that what it is?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, that's good hoping for.
Nice jinxing it.
Lava hurts. Oh, I'm stuck.
At least it's not instant kill lava.
No, it just crazy ticks over time lava. Alright, so there's an example of V-dashing through a fireball that usually hits you. So now we are working our way to get some more items that we need. One of them is going to be a shield that deals damage to enemies, and some key cards also. So there's time for donations, if there are any.
Of course.
You jerk. Not you, to the enemy.
I was gonna say. So we have a $50 donation from LolDex, longtime viewer and donator. Here is to another couple of games being broken, Pliz, Joss, no reset run, okay, winky face.
So we're activating that screen just to get that portal activated. Usually you just want the screen to show, but I wandered in a little bit further than I needed to. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. Also, the thing with Grapple is that if you are swinging into an enemy, it will carry through, so you won't have that crazy bounce back that you get here. This guy's gonna follow me now.
It's a really tough room casually.
Yes, and we will go back to that room later, and it's even worse. We definitely have some time for more donations if there are any.
We have a $10 donation from Anonymous. Keep up the good work. We also have a $5 donation. Oh, we have a $5 donation from To Paralyzer. Good luck on the run, buddy. Sorry to see another GDQ without me. They're on the couch to cheer you on. No going over estimate this time, though it's always great to see chat call out Simply Josh.
Thanks, Para, and thanks, Woldex. You guys are amazing. So that thing that you just saw me grab there is teleport access. It allows me to use teleports, but we don't need to yet. Once again, I just did that to activate that teleporter because we will be going places where we shouldn't a little bit later. Quick note, this quicksand below me really sucks because if you jump into it, you aren't allowed to use your double jump or V-dash out, so you just kind of have to work your way to the side. Hey, I got it. That's like the swaggiest but most normal way to do that room. Underwater area. Definitely more time for donations right here.
We have a $65.43 donation from Sand Alphon. Environmental Station Alpha. That's the game where if you're quick enough, the helmet comes off and they reveal underneath is Moon Unit Zappa, right?
There might be a mix-up here.
So that thing that you just saw me get is the shield, obviously. And the way I got that is if you jump and then V-dash through a screen transition, you're able to V-dash instantly again on the next screen. So I shouldn't have this now, but I do, so.
The good thing about that shield is that it also damages enemies around you.
Yes, it's very crucial. Sometimes, though, they'll get right in between, and you'll still get nailed. Like that. But these jellyfish, one-hit kills, so they're pretty quick. They're really aggressive tonight. But the bounce back is one of the things that's really nice about this game because it allows us to do what we do with it. But the negative thing is it's also pretty annoying. So. All right, so coming up here is going to be Charge Shot. And we get Charge Shot because it's nice, it does more damage, and there's just some enemies that you can't kill without it. Alright, and here's a boss that people really like. It's a big serpent boss, but you know what? I don't feel like really taking care of him right now. So unless I accidentally trigger him, we're not going to fight him.
What's the trigger for the boss?
Those platforms. So now we're going to do Yeah,
Nice.
second try. So I was teaching DCX that trick a little bit earlier, and his first comment was, "Oh, so this is why I see you try this a lot." 'Cause
Yeah, that's a pretty tough one.
it's a really weird button combination, but pretty much what it is after a V dash, or anytime, you can do it anytime, so we'll just cancel out the V dash. With double jump, to get an extended double jump, what you would do is you would jump, and then during the double jump, you would, I need to stop talking really quick.
He's setting up another glitch here. He wants to store the map screen.
That's gonna let him teleport from anywhere.
I will sit here for 4 minutes, I don't care.
The thing about this trick is that it saves so much time that it's even worth going for if it takes you a minute or two.
Come on. Wow, this is really bad. Sorry, Maglor, if you're watching.
Almost.
Let's warp to the same spot, see if that works.
The problem with this is that you have to chain up like 3 button inputs in 3 frames, something like that.
Yeah,
It's really, really precise.
Let's press them around the same time. Seems to be how it goes with a lot of tricks in this game.
I might just have to skip this. Yeah, we're just gonna skip it.
Oh,
And
shame.
hopefully I remember what to do. Shame, did you say shame? We'll just try it again then. I don't want to hear that.
It's a pretty neat trick.
If you have any donations, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have a $5 donation from Zero Alucard 27. Greetings from South Korea. Didn't get a chance to watch SGDQ, but I can give some love to the brave late night streamers. Much love.
I'm almost getting it too, that's the worst.
And when it doesn't want to work, it really doesn't want to work.
There we go.
Ah, finally.
Watch. So the only way that cancels this out. So what I was saying is that this is pretty much text storage, along with a warp storage. The only way to cancel this out is if I shoot, which, you know, with my luck, could.
It's very easy to shoot. You just kind of want to when you play.
Yeah, it's really odd. So now I'm gonna get stuck right here, and I want to warp over here. There's usually a mini boss in this room, so we are going to activate the warp and then trigger it, the console during the cutscene.
In that order.
In
very
that order.
important.
Yes, because I forgot how to do that apparently during practice.
It happens.
It's a good thing that you want to hear. I forgot how to play my game. So now we're working our way back, but with this giant text box on our screen. And that's for a really awesome purpose. It's that we're gonna go down here, because usually you'd have to go through four more screens. Altogether, this text box storage saves about like 8 screens. And now the power to the station's on, and that door is shut, and it usually, if the power is on, it stays shut.
That's one of the guys you can only kill with a charge shot.
Yeah. Or you could just stand in his hitbox with these balls if you have enough health. Which DCX killed him during practice with
That's my preferred strat.
no shooting whatsoever. It's pretty impressive. Never.
Let's just pretend that it wasn't a complete accident.
Yeah. But it wasn't though. He's just that good.
What was it?
So now what we're doing here is we're gonna work our way back and we're gonna activate some consoles so we could fight a jerk named Security Overmind. Which is down there, but we have to unlock all those doors to get down there. So this is a screen that should look familiar. It's because we were here earlier, but now the power is on and everything wants to kill you really badly. Everything does massive damage. Enemies do 1, the electric coming out of the wall does 2. If I fall in the water, it's just like lava. It's not good. And the thing is that there's only this one save here, so I get a health refill during every save. That's the wrong direction. So it's kind of nice and needed. But I need full health to go into this next room because it is just the worst place on this station. So that actually looked horrible, but that was super clean.
That went better than I expected.
Yeah, same here. This room I used to be completely afraid of, but it's not so bad when you know how to take care of it. Oh, you just run into that block. Let's just do that. That's not what you're supposed to do, by the way.
Using the invulnerability from the V-dash there to get through those.
Just gonna wait. Yeah, there's that V-dash invulnerability again. Really useful. Oh, and for people who are curious about what all those blank squares are at the bottom of the screen, those are all power-ups that you can get. Multiple types. There's a lot to this game if you're into these types of games, which you should be, because you should buy it and play it, and then give you some competition, because nobody else plays it anymore. So this Security Overmind, he's one of those bosses that just likes to damage himself.
Can you shoot him a few times?
Oh yeah, because it actually speeds it up. I know everybody loves that noise. It actually does nothing, so except for annoying me and everybody else.
Which is good.
I mean, I don't mind being annoying. Nice.
Yeah, so basically it's one of those dodge the boss long enough and you will eventually die bosses.
Yeah, he'll eventually hurt himself. So now this is the second phase. This phase sucks, but there's a quick kill to it. Not quick kill, we just skip a pattern. He launches this giant ball, and usually you have to bounce. It bounces around and sets off those little razor blades, and you have to avoid them and everything. But you could just quickly lure it back to him like that, and it really speeds up this fight by almost, say like, almost up to a minute.
Yeah, you just need to make sure he's near the center so you can jump over him for this ball.
Yeah, if it's too close to the wall, then you can't really avoid this then. Oh, let's not get hit one more time. Alright, there you go. Security Overmind done. So now we work our way to the final boss, and what I mean by work is we just teleport there. Final boss is really interesting. There's 3 phases. I mean, depends on what you want to call phases. If there's really phases, there's like 6. But there'll be 2 smaller, I guess, mini bosses that you could do, and then there's going to be the final boss, which has a couple of different phases and things you have to attack on them. I'll probably let DCX fake what he's talking about when that comes up. The main
Glad
thing,
you got that hook shot second try.
yeah, I got stuck on that gate for a long time in practice. But the big thing about this is that I don't want to get hit during the first 2 because I need to actually have a good amount of health for the final boss, because to kill him quickly, we get up in that hitbox and it hurts. So there's the use of the shield again. Beautiful. That was. I didn't mean to kill him like that. That was just like swag V-dash into him, but... So now we warp to the final boss. It's pretty bad. I have a decent amount of health, but I could lose that really quickly because everything here, besides what you actually want to do and jump into his head, does 3 damage or 2 damage. So getting on those hands like that's really stupid because you don't know what one will turn on, and you'll just get nailed like that. All right, time's gonna be coming up. That's the final boss, by the way. I was concentrating. And time. It's pretty good. So there's so much to this game. It's beautiful. A casual playthrough, if you're Mr. 100%, will take you days. It's just a really good game casually. It was very intimidating to learn the speedrun, but it's not that bad at all. And it's extremely fun, so I highly recommend it. Once again, shout outs to my couch. Shout outs to Puppet Master and Magalore 9000 and Himpuli for just making this game. I'm gonna do a call out, and I'm waiting for the second one. You know, we've heard that there's gonna be a second one, and I'm waiting. I'm probably the only one waiting, but still. And this is the final cutscene. I just want to show this really quick because it's hilarious. So you bring the virus back to the station.
Spoilers.
After doing a fantastic job. Because that data is so important. Man of many words. There you go. That's the alien taking over the base. But the best part about that is the laser pew and then the smack to the face that it gives the guy. That's like my favorite. But that's Environmental Station Alpha. Thanks for having me. And next is Mid Boss with Inertia. It's a quick game, and you have to really pay attention. It's going to be intense. So thank you very much.
That was a fantastic run. I've seen that game